What is going on, guys? We're back. I know it's been a while. I know it has been a while, but I do need to start getting back into the routine of making these videos again. So this is a little quick video for the members of the group, just so I can show you one of the best leap options that I think we can buy right now to get the best use of our capital possible. And by looking at the screen, you guys can probably already tell it's Meta. But before we dive into that, I just would like to say my webcam couldn't be bothered setting it up. I've got work here very shortly, so I'm not setting it up for this quick video. I just wanted to go over this. This is only going to be a couple of minutes just to explain this trade to you guys before the market opens today. So let's get stuck right in. So what this trade essentially is on Meta is buying a leap option, buying the 800 call and selling the 710 call, but two different dates. So if we look at the dates, if I zoom in on this, we can see we're buying the 800 call for the 12th of the 17th, 27, or backwards for you American guys. For this, for here, we're buying the 800 call. It's going to cost us around $13,000, but then we're going to sell the 710 call a month out, so on the 5th of December, 2025. And what you'll notice, this pays us back $1,065. So essentially that is eating a huge chunk of the cost of this, right? Huge, almost 10%, it's like 8-9% or something of this cost. If we can do that 10 times, this leap is essentially free. But that's not the main point of this. Here's what the profit and loss graph looks like during this expiration date. At expiration of the covered call, you can see this is what our profit and loss would look like. We'd be able to profit $4,000 almost if Meta ends up at $710. But we make profit anywhere between $636 and $815. Now you may be wondering, why does it drop off like this? Why does it steep off? I thought it was a covered call. Yeah, it's a poor man's covered call, and the reason it drops off like this is because the delta difference. As the price goes up, the delta of the 710 will increase. Thus, it doesn't act as shares, so we can actually be at a loss from the delta difference between these two, if that makes sense. So if we go on a higher delta for our 800 call, let me give you an example. This will look more like a covered call. You see what I mean? You get less of a loss. But now instead of it costing $13,000, it costs $29,000. Still a lot cheaper than shares. Still a lot cheaper than shares. But now it only costs $13,000. So you can see right now our max profit $3,900, and it actually costs us $10K for this. Now you may be thinking, Dylan, I don't have $10,000 to buy this leap option. Well, you can trade METU. So this is the same thing that TSLL is to Tesla. This is METU for Meta. This is 2x leverage. Okay, so if we remove this and we go to the 21st of November, or in fact, let's go to January 2028, you could buy a leap option on this. Buy call. You could buy the 40 call. What's the delta on this? Delta is 0.63. So you could actually go cheaper if you wanted to match the 800 that I'm buying. Right there, you could buy like the 45 call. Okay. Now, here's what it looks like. Let's say Meta pushes to like 40. This pushes to like 45 within 60 days. You'll profit $600. And look, it's only costing you to buy this leap option, guys. It's only costing you $1,140. And could you turn this into a per man's call? Absolutely. Let's see. Sell call. And let's drop this date down to December 19th. And current price is 32. So if we sell the 45 covered call, pays us $70. Let's see if we can actually see. To me, there's a bit too little risk here. We could collect some more on this. You could probably sell the 40. pays $120. So the leap is only going to cost 1,000 instead of 1,100 essentially. I like this. I like this trade too for the small accounts. Or you can just outright buy shares because it's not that expensive. But if you want to be more efficient with your capital, you can buy this leap for 1.4k and you can let it ride. I actually am quite tempted to buy some leaps on METU quite far out and just forget about them. Let them ride, no covered calls, because I do believe Meta is bottoming here very soon, especially because the forward PE ratio has just dropped to 22x. Here's the chart for Meta, guys. Just want you to have a look that you can see we had a huge drop. So from all-time high, we are currently down on Meta 18%, right? If you want to count to the low, 18.9%. That's a huge drop for a stock in the Magnificent Seven. So where are we seeing our key support? Well, right now we have this demand zone coming in at $637 all the way down to $622. And you can see where previous prices chopped through here. Now, if you're wondering where you're going to get the absolute largest support, in my opinion, the largest support is going to come through for Meta at around this range. Why are we going to get the largest support here? Well, you can see previous price has chopped here a lot, and it's a massive high volume shelf right here. So this is the highest volume in this area that has been visible on the screen right now for volume. So you got a lovely volume shelf. Now, what else are we seeing? We're down 18%. We're closing in on strong demand, and we are oversold on the RSI, so I am expecting some sort of bounce, some sort of cool off. So what you could also do, if you want to try and play the bounce or the consolidation, is you can sell cash secured puts on Meta. And that's exactly what I've been doing. But let's just have a quick visualization of selling puts. First of all, let's sell puts on METU for the small accounts. Guys, for the small accounts, right? November 21st, let's go December 19th. Let's sell a put. And let's sell a put at the 30 strike, shall we? Because we're at 32 right now. 30 strike. Look at that guy. He's going to pay $220. And your break even is essentially going to be 2.78 or 27.8 per share. You can see there's the break even, or there's the stock price right now, and there's your break even down there. So you can make a maximum of $220 with capital of only 2.7. So you can make $220 in a month. Fantastic, guys. Or if you want to go right at the money because you think Meta is going to bounce around here very, very soon, well, you can collect $310. That's super capital efficient, guys. But you just got to remember this is 2x leverage and be okay with assignment on this because this will run like mad. And your buying power requirement on this is probably going to be 1-to-1. It says here 624, but it's probably going to be, you know, if you're selling a 32 put and collecting 310, it's probably going to be about $2,890 for your buying power requirement. So let's have a look at Meta. What covered calls can we sell on Meta right now? Well, I'll show you what I have open first. So for next week, I have the 630 put, and right now it's paying $560 for 7 days. In fact, 5 days because today's Monday. It is paying $560. Margin requirement is 11k. Mine's actually a bit under that. My margin requirement is 10k for this trade. So you can see anywhere above 624, and I'm going to be making my nice sweet $650 or $560 from this. Now, if I wasn't in that trade, what would I be taking right now? Let me show you. I'd probably be going for December 5th. I like going monthly or 45 DTE, sometimes 60. And I'd be selling probably the 600 put, guys. It's going to pay you $910 for a month. And only take 8.1k in margin. I like this. I like this a lot. And you know, if Meta falls down to key support within the next couple of days, which, what did we say was, or if Meta falls down to the largest support we have, which the bottom of it is 580. So I think the worst case scenario for Meta, the worst case scenario is $580 a share. 584, we're going to call it, right in the center of that high volume shelf. If we fell to $584 by selling this cash secured put, your loss is only $660, guys. and you're making $1,000. Obviously, it'll look worse if it fell to that price next week. If it fell to that price next week, you're going to be down 2k. But look, as theta eats away at these contracts, it slowly and slowly and slowly would become less of a loss because theta is eating all the extrinsic value. There will be no extrinsic value left by the time that this contract gets to the end. So that's all I wanted to go over today, guys. If you haven't already, you can DM me your email address on Discord and you can get free access to our newsletter. You can see right here I go over every single chart possible that I like. I go over earnings trades of the week, every single earnings trade that I would like to take and the setup for it. And then I go over the top option sellings trades of the week and a penny stocks watch list. On the monthly recap and weekly recap, of course. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.